good afternoon. I would like to welcome you all for yet another episode of Talk to Coach with Dr. D. In this Talk to Coach series, we are talking about a very important topic relating to why to marry, whom to marry. And today we have one more relationship and life coach, Dr. Rati Chandra, with us. I would like to welcome you, Rati.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So, just I would like to share our viewers that Talk to Coach with Dr. D Live is an opportunity uh, brought to all of the viewers from our Universal Coaching Federation so that they can ask any question, any thought, any confusion, or any question they have in their mind relating to their challenges, problems, or growth planning in their life, in their job, in their career, in their business, in their relationship. And we, the coaches from the Universal Coaching Federation and other leaders who joins us in our various Talk to Coach program, we try to answer their question to our satisfaction level. So, last couple of series, Rati, we are discussing about one of the very flagship program Universal Coaching Federation has launched is called Whom to Marry, Why to Marry. This program is especially designed for the people who are looking for getting married. They have confusion whether they should get married or not, or they are having second thought if they are planning to get married but they are not able to identify what is the kind of ideal partner they should be looking for, whom they should be getting married. So we are talking on these two perspective, and the third perspective is for the people who are already married and they want to have better married life. This program is for this series is for them also. So if you are looking for getting married, or you are having any doubt, any confusion, or any help or assistance you required in identifying your prospective life partner, or if you are already married and if you are looking for having improving your life and relationship with the existing life partner, then this program is there for also. This flagship program we have launched for the ideal customers who are youth, and in a country like India where around 80 lakhs people get married every year. As per research, it is said that around 70 to 80% of the people who married in last 10 years are not happy and satisfied with their life partner. And that is a big number of people. When we talk about 70 to 80% of 80 lakhs people, then it is a very big number in India. Another research says that ki an average Indian middle class family expends around 10 to 15 lakhs rupees on each and every marriage. So you can just imagine, after getting married, around 70 lakhs people realize that they married to a wrong person, or their ideal life partner is not what they were expecting. They married to a person not of their choice, although they have all kind of due diligence while they're being in love with each other before marriage, but still this is the reality. The third research says divorce rate is increasing in India by more than 30%, which is increasing more and more year by year. This is a very alarming number. In view of this, where every year 80 to 90 lakhs people are getting married, 80% of that are not happy with their spouse. They feel that they have married to a wrong person, and divorce and separation is increasing by 30 to 35% year on year. It becomes really challenging for any person or any country to be ready for their marriage. I coach thousands of the people around this world, and our Universal Coaching Federation, we are the largest coaching organization in this India, where we coach a lot of people, and every day, every month, we experience this kind of challenges in our day-to-day coaching. And that is the whole reason, whole purpose to launch this program called Why to Marry, Whom to Marry, where through our 7 session, 15 hours coaching program, we are able to help the people identify their life partner and create a future where they can marry to a person they love to. Lot of people, they ask and inquire about this whom to marry, why to marry program. So in this episode, I would like to share the overview and brief about whom to marry, why to marry, how to stay married coaching program, what is launched by Universal Coaching Federation. The first stage, that why so many separation, so many divorces, so many unhappiness happens in people's life after getting married. I always keep on saying marriage is all about managing the expectation between two people. Till you manage the expectation, your marriage continues. The moment you are not able to manage the expectation, your relationship starts becoming variable. But there is no limitation. You cannot manage all the expectation of your wife or of your husband, because by nature expectations keep on increasing, and it is impossible for any person to manage all the expectation in their life, in their relationship for them. So we need to be very transparent, and we need to be very prepared when we talk about how to manage the expectation in our relationship. Rati, would you like to share your experience as a coach, the challenges the people have while having the relationship, and what is the key factor while managing the expectation in relationship? It becomes difficult for any person, and how, as a coach, we are able to help and guide those people.
Right, sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I think that the most important thing is to understand oneself and to understand the other with whom you are sharing your relationship. It is very important to understand your personality and the personality of a person that you are about to share your whole life with.
Right,
And in order to know this personality, it is very, very important to communicate.
right,
I think communication is the most important key in any relationship.
right,
More we talk, more we understand each other. And I think communication is the bloodstream of any relationship. And it
right.
is very, very important to flow this stream without any restriction or without any clogging.
Yeah,
So for me, I think communication would be the most important thing.
yeah. See what happens, as you said it, Rati, when we communicate with our life partner, trust builds, because it is very important to communicate. And the second aspect which I feel is to be truthful and transparent in communication.
Absolutely.
So we have to be truthful and transparent. It is not always that you are always happy or you are always unhappy into relationship. Some plus minus will keep on happening, but as a life partner, as an spouse, as a wife and husband, people should be communicating in truthfulness, and that communication makes people closer to each other, and
Yes,
they start understanding. As I was saying just before you join, it is all about managing the expectation between two people. So if you will not know, if you will not communicate, it becomes very difficult to manage the expectation. Because if you keep your expectation at your level and I my expectation at my level, so how we will able to communicate? So as
absolutely.
an ideal life partner, we should be able to communicate, and truthfulness and transparency has to be the key factor for getting into the communication. The another aspects which I feel is very difficult, why, is the expectation before marriage and expectations after marriage. When we look for a life partner, the expectation before marriage is primarily focused on the position, the profile, the earning capacity, or external beauty and look of the boy or the girl.
Absolutely.
But when you get married, then these things are relevant, but there are so many things which become important in our life. Like, one of the thing is that your self respect after marriage, especially the women who get married and go to the, in our India, most of, almost 90% time or more than 90% time, the women get to their husband's house after marriage. So their self-respect, their independency not only in communication, but their job, but their career, but their business, but their opinion, these things starts very important. Managing the relation with in-laws and the family of the husband and family of the wife also becomes very critical factor. So how you see these factors are playing very important role after marriage, which we never considered or very less consider before marriage when we look for a ideal life partner.
Right, sir. As a coach, I come across to a lot of couples who had a very rosy life when they got married, and but after some time, what happens so that both of them have grown separately, as in their ambition becomes different, their objective of life become different, rather their perspective of life also become different as they grow in their life. So I think it is very, very important to have a certain set of questions to be ready to ask to your partner.
Right,
I have come across to a lot of young couples, those who have dated for many years, those who have been in a live-in relationship for 4 5 years, and when they get married,
right,
are not able to sustain their marriage even for say a year.
true,
They are ready to fall apart before even a year gets completed.
right,
So, so we were actually thinking, and we coach these people that what exactly changes,
right,
right? So, what changes is the responsibility.
right,
What change? Many time it happens, men and women both.
yeah,
They take their partners for granted.
true,
Now they know that now I am married, the person is not going anywhere, and then they stop impressing the other.
right,
So, this making the other person impress is very
right,
important. When
yeah,
you're doing certain things to impress him, when you're
right,
or her,
right,
that very, very small things play a very important part which you stop after wedding.
right,
So
right,
these things should be considered before, getting into the marriage. What
right,
are your goals?
yeah,
How are you going to take care of him and yourself?
right,
How both of you are going to work together, keeping the household intact.
true, true,
So a lot of times, sir, what happens is that these days when women is also going out and men is also going out,
yeah,
both of them are expected to work equally at home.
right,
But what happens that today in the era of women empowerment,
Right.
we women are not empowering ourselves to become more powerful women.
Right.
Somewhere we are comparing ourselves to a more powerful men.
True. True.
So that is exactly where the conflict started.
Yes.
As a woman, you have to be powerful to show your emotions.
Right.
As a woman, you are powerful to take care of the family.
True.
But when we shed that womanhood and we started compare ourselves with men,
True.
I think that is where the things started falling apart, which is not bad at all. See, when I am powerful, I am earning equally to a man, or rather more than my husband, then why should I do work? Why should I make tea? Why should I, go in the kitchen? Why shouldn't he go in the kitchen?
Yeah.
So this thought is okay, but this thought has to be decided and discussed before getting into it.
True. 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 See, I always discuss in our coaching session when we coach people for the life and relationship challenges. See, there was an era, say 20, 30 years back, where mostly women are used to be dependent on their husband for financial matter.
Yes.
In those era, knowingly, unknowingly, there was a lot of exploitation used to happen. Women are getting exploited. We have seen it. At the same time, now this era in 21st century, where women are highly empowered, I think more empowered than the males, I can say, because I'm a father of a daughter. I know how my daughter is empowered. So they are highly empowered. So now they are highly independent also.
Yes.
But when we talk about marriage, when it is high level of dependency, that is also bad. When there is a high level of independency, that is also not good. Marriage is all about interdependency. It's a complementing relation.
Yes.
As you said it, getting into work, earning the money for a wife, for a husband, both is good. But that has to be discussed before marriage.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to have this kind of situations, then who is going to take care of what?
Yes.
If wife is also going for a job, 9 to 5 job, 9 to 6 job, 9 to 7 job, husband is also going, so then who is going to get the household job? Who
Yes.
is going to take care of the kids when the kids are going to be? Who are going to take care of the elderly parents if they need our help and support? These things are not and never discussed before marriage.
Absolutely, sir.
As you said, before marriage, we are into long term relation. Sometimes we are into living relation. Sometimes we are into love relation. But most of the time, we are pleasing each other.
Yes.
That pleasing should be like, and when you get married, that pleasing never continues. And now you lack the respect. A wife feels that ki this husband who used to please me every day, early morning, evening, now is not talking to me.
Yes.
Similarly, other person also feels the same way. So that missing self respect and respect from each other, that disappears suddenly after getting married, because somewhere legally you are bound to taking care of one another. And then rather than being into a complementing relation, you start behaving like a competitor. Like, what happens in a business when you compete with two people, a wife and husband also start competing with one another. Ki, okay, I have several people who we coach by grace of God. They are all working in a very good companies. They are earning very good salary. So they are competing. So you are going to do this, I'm going to do this. You are going to buy this, I'm going to buy this. You are going to do this. Arey, why you and me?
Yes.
We are all together.
Yes.
So, in our marriage, we call once you get married as a soulmate. We are going to become one. So, why you and why me? Why not we?
Yes.
And that we is missing a lot and creating a lot of challenges and difficulty to sustain into the marriage in this 21st century.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah. What are the other thoughts you feel are very important for the challenges in the marriage, which
So one of the most common challenge which I hear
Yeah.
is cultural differences.
Right.
When they are together in the college or when they see each other, nowadays mostly it is love marriage. Arranged
Right.
marriages are not very common these days,
True.
where you see the culture, where you see family backgrounds. It
Right.
is, women is also independent, so is men. They see each other, they meet in office or they meet in college and they get together, which is fair
Right.
enough. But during that time, that in that courtship period, what the most important they miss is the way they have been brought up,
Right.
their culture, their
True.
religious beliefs,
True.
their food habits.
Yeah.
And this become a very, very big point of
Yeah.
conflict when the two get together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when you are having courtship, having relationship going around is all fine. But
True.
when you are ready to get to tie a knot,
Right.
you have decided that this girl or this boy is perfect for me to for a lifetime,
Right.
then this is very, very important to understand and to make the other person also understand that what is needed from me.
Right.
I know this couple who where the family eats very early dinner. The boys family, they are used to eat dinner at around 6:30. These
Right.
girls come from a Punjabi family. She eats for late and she has a very different lifestyle. The both of them, the boy and the girl and the family,
Hmm.
they all are ready to adjust.
Yeah.
But the degree of adjustment is so high that the
Right.
resentment is definitely there.
True. True.
And
Yeah.
before marriage, these things doesn't seem so big.
Right.
But when you have to do this day in and day out,
Right.
then it becomes very
Yeah, yeah. See, as you were saying, is very correctly right. Ki how much you can adjust. Somebody who is having a habit of last 30, 40 years to eat at 7 o'clock and 6:30,
yes.
and now suddenly you start eating at 10:30, 11 o'clock in night. It is not possible. They are going to compromise, but that compromise is going to bring a lot of resentment and grievance against each other into the family and relation now. When you say about like one of a very typical example, I have a very senior person whom I was coaching it. He is from Maharashtra. He is a typical Maharashtrian person, but he married to a Tamilian girl. And the strange part is that Maharashtrian person doesn't understand Tamil, and Tamilian person doesn't understand Maharashtrian,
Yeah.
and the Tamil girl doesn't understand Hindi also. And now the mode of communication between these two people is in English. And of course, they were growing together in an engineering college. They had the affairs there. They were loving each other. The couple is perfectly better couple. They don't have any problem. They got married. What happens ki after marriage, when they have the kid, now mother wanted to communicate with the kids into Tamil, and father wanted to communicate into Maharashtrian. Both having the right. I'm not saying ki our language is all the languages is very good. So what happens ki it becomes very difficult for and they both communicate in their English language. So you are communicating with your wife in English. I'm communicating with my son and daughter in my language, and wife communicates with their son and daughter in their language. So what happens ki lot of difficulty was happening in their relationship while raising their kids. And when the grandparents of the kids come, they wanted to communicate them into the local language. And that time they used to have very serious disturbance, because they used to say, no, these kids are going to learn Maharashtrian because they are Maharashtrian, they need to learn their sanskars. So I'm not saying that this language is bad, that language, all the language is good. If the kids will grow, they might learn 25 language here. I don't have any problem. But what I'm just saying that raising the kids, and this was a very big disturbance in their life. And one day things has become so difficult that they reached up to a level where they were thinking to divorce and separate. But again, when I was talking and discussing about him, I asked him, ki, then how you build up your emotions, because your emotional connect, most of the time emotional connects happens in your own language. So when you start to operate into acquire, English is a acquired language for all of us. So when we start communicating in English, the real emotion doesn't comes. So then he was saying that yes, we got married, we are professionally very highly qualified, we are very successful, but the emotional connect which supposed to be it into wife and husband, we never experience. That is never there. And that is also one of the very missing past, missing thing which we never consider while we getting married. What happens कि that time when you are youth, यू बिलीव दैट कि देश को बदल देंगे, पूरे समाज को बदल देंगे. नहीं, ठीक है, इट इज वेरी गुड दैट कि सोसाइटी गेट ट्रांसफॉर्म, इंटर कास्ट, इंटर क्लास, इंटर रिलीजन मैरिज हैपेंस. आई एम सपोर्टर ऑफ दैट. आई एम नॉट हैविंग, you have the opportunity, but why then you fight on this language issue? You are ready to separate because you doesn't want your kids to learn another language, and you are trying to change the whole society and country. You are not able to accept and transform your own family of three, your wife and husband and your one person, son. And you are saying that, that time we married, we were thinking that we are going to create a misal in this world कि नहीं, हम तो ऐसे ही करेंगे और ऐसे करेंगे. That's why you are crying here now.
Right.
So I'm just saying that it is, when it comes to the society, it looks very rosy, but when it comes to our personal life, it becomes really challenging. So these are the factors really becomes very difficult. We have so many things to discuss with our viewers, but time is running it out, Rati, and we will connect it some other time also with
Surely.
another episode. So I'd like to thank you, all our viewers who are watching us live on our social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube channel of Universal Coaching Federation. I request all of user to write your question, any thought, any question have in your mind, and you are seeking for some kind of solution or any kind of assistance or any kind of help. You can approach through our social media @ Universal Coaching Federation, or you can write it to our website universalcoachingfederation.org, and we the coaches will able to answer your question to our satisfaction, your satisfaction. Thank you very much. Thank